I always knew my bed extender would come in handy for something. Superchargers. Pretty big exaggeration for these trucks. Or is it? Today I'm going to talk about the power adder kits for the second gen Colorados and Canyons. Now there's a few kits out there now. Some of them have been running with these trucks since the truck came out in 2015. And I just want to give you guys my opinions on them, talk about the price points, and discuss about what do they add and how much horsepower you can expect to get from each kit individually. So starting with the RIPP system on the screen as I talk so you guys can see what the kit looks like inside the engine bay. The RIPP system is about $5,300 right now. It offers 400 foot-pounds of, no, sorry, that's wrong. It offers 400 horsepower roughly and 300 and I believe 60 to 380 foot-pounds of torque. That's incredible. That's amazing. RIPP has been working on Jeeps for a few years. A couple of Jeep guys run RIPP kits and they love them. I don't know what they decided to get into the second gen Colorado and Canyon market. It's good that they did. I'm very thankful that somebody even thought about it. But it comes with a lot of problems. I've been on their page, I've been sifting through their forums. There's a lot of people who have bought the RIPP kit for the second gen Colorado and Canyon and have had plenty of issues. And the issues stem from RIPP not tuning the truck. So that's one of their biggest downfalls, is RIPP will not tune the vehicle. It is up to you to find an independent tuner to tune the vehicle to fit the parameters of the RIPP Supercharger kit. Now the RIPP kit, I'm sure you could probably install it yourself, but it would be a hell of a lot easier to get someone to do it for you. So in terms of its DIY capabilities, it's lower than some of the other kits that are out there, but the price point is pretty damn good. However, the issues that have stemmed from this range from, you know, cracks in the block, broken seals. The list could go on, and I'm gonna leave a link to a gentleman's Instagram, and I'm gonna put a screenshot of his RIPP story essentially on the screen so you guys can take a look at that and read the type of customer service they have, and hopefully that will help you make a decision whether or not you want to spend that kind of money on a kit that might not work or might in fact do severe damage to your engine. The next kit I want to talk about is the Overkill kit. Now the Overkill kit also uses a Vortex system similar to the RIPP Supercharger kit. The only difference is Overkill will actually tune it. Overkill will provide you the tunings to ensure that the engine runs smoothly, that there's no problems. They offer a little bit less horsepower and a little bit less foot-pound of torque, but you get a motor that's not going to explode when you try and use it. It's roughly around the same price range, I believe. I think it's about $6,200. Don't quote me, I could be wrong. But that's, yeah, Overkill and RIPP are pretty close in terms of their kits and what they use. Now, I'm gonna start with the kit that was just announced recently. Now, it's a bit confusing to understand because the kit that they're using is actually the Edelbrock kit, and that company I'm talking about is Lingenfelter. Now, Lingenfelter has been around for years. They've been in the race game. They kind of know what they're doing. But they're claiming their truck has 415 horsepower. They don't say whether it's to the rear wheels, so it's likely that that's at the crank. The reason why I say this is they're using the Edelbrock system. The Edelbrock system is only rated for 345 horsepower. Anything more than that, and it becomes a problem. I mean, Edelbrock themselves said the TVS system that they use is at the max at 345 horsepower. So take it with a grain of salt. Now, the Lingenfelter kit, I have a feeling is going to be fairly expensive just because their name is on it. They're using the Edelbrock kit and they're going to slap their name on it and they're going to say, oh yeah, here you go. This is a, you know, our kit, it's tuned. Now, in the image on the screen, it doesn't say whether or not it comes with a tune. It doesn't say whether or not the Lingenfelter system comes with an upgraded fluid system. I tried to wait a little bit to see if any more information came out so that way I could provide that in this video. Unfortunately, they haven't released anything about the system too much. All we know right now is it uses the Edelbrock system, and the Edelbrock system can only handle 345. So we'll have to wait and see what they say. Now, the difference between the Edelbrock system and the system I'm about to talk about now is the supercharger itself. So Edelbrock and Mallett, they both use a TVS supercharger. Now, the Edelbrock TVS supercharger is a TVS 1750. Now, that number is in reference to how much airflow is being pushed into the engine in, you know, not so technical terms. The Mallett system is using a TVS 1900. Now, that's a pretty substantial difference in airflow when you're talking about how much is being pushed into your motor. Now, the thing that we have to talk about is the price point. For the Edelbrock system, you're looking at about, I believe, $5,600. If I remember correctly, it comes with a tune, but it's not a tune that is going to optimize the system itself. You have to go find a tuner to do that for you. The Mallett system is the Mallett system is $7,200, and that's without the upgraded pulley system. Now, $7,200 versus $5,600, let's talk about what the differences are. Obviously, like I said, the TVS system, it's a much larger volume on the Mallett system. So for the Edelbrock system, in 45 horsepower and 300 and some odd foot-pounds of torque. It doesn't come with a upgraded 2-gallon fluidine system, and it comes with a tune, but not the one that you probably would need to get the most out of the Edelbrock kit. Now, Mallett, using the 1900, the TVS 1900, you get 361 horsepower at the rear wheels and 340 foot-pounds of torque at the rear wheels. If you spend the extra $130 and get the 2-inch upgraded pulley, you're now within the 400 range. You'd be making roughly 380 horsepower at the rear wheels, and I believe 375 foot-pounds of torque. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't looked at the kits for a little bit because I was trying to get things together for this video. So the Mallett system, the other thing about the Mallett system is you take your ECM out of the truck and you send it to them and they'll tune it. It's not one of those things where you have to go run around town trying to find a tune. Park the truck, send the system, send the ECM to them, they'll tune it for you, they'll send it back. As far as I know, based on who I've talked to, when you send your ECM away to get tuned for this kit, it's like that. It's overnighted essentially. So it's very good customer service. Chuck Mallett's great. I know somebody who's gone down to talk to Chuck. Chuck ended up giving him the keys to his ZR2, which is supercharged. He's got it stripped out. This person said that the truck was nuts. The truck was crazy. Now that we're talking about the differences between the Edelbrock system and the Mallett system, you guys know the prices. It's up on the screen. You know the numbers, also up on the screen. Me personally, I'm gonna aim for Mallett. Mallett has shown, based on everything I've read, they have the best customer service out of all the groups that would probably be trying to provide aftermarket performance parts and power adders to these second-gen Colorados and Canyons. The kit itself is super expensive. For me to go out and buy it, because I have to do US currency, it's gonna cost me about $10,000 Canadian to do it. Am I looking forward to spending that much? No. Am I gonna enjoy it? Yeah, absolutely. Not a lot of people are the type to be like, oh, give me the most power. I wanna be able to do this. I wanna be able to do. I'm not one of those fucking people. Give me all of the power. I don't care how much. I will sell a kidney, okay? Just give it to me. So now that you guys can see the difference between the Mallett and the Edelbrock system, the good news is they're both DIY friendly. You can buy the Mallett system, you can buy the Edelbrock system, ship it to your house, take a week off work or a weekend. It's an over-the-top installation. Take the engine bay apart, drop the supercharger on top, button it up, and you're good to go. So to sum up what I've been saying, a long story short, too long, didn't read. RIPP is probably the cheapest on the market, provides you with probably the most horsepower and torque. However, it may come at a cost of the wear and tear on your engine. They're not good at tuning, and as you guys will see in the image that I put on the screen, they don't have a very good customer service. It was a case of, well, you bought the system, figure it out yourself, which is unfortunate. The Lingenfelter kit, we need more information about that really before they start throwing out numbers like 415 horsepower. Again, that's likely at the crank, so I wouldn't think too much of it. It uses the Edelbrock system, which is a TVS 1750 supercharger. It's rated for 345 horsepower and 332, I think, foot-pounds of torque. Might be a little bit less. Again, I haven't looked at the kits in a little bit because I've been trying to get this video kind of sorted out in my head. The Edelbrock system uses the Edelbrock supercharger. It's the same one that Lingenfelter is going to be using. Doesn't come with a tune that would optimize your vehicle's potential with the kit. You have to go out and get your own tune based on what I was reading. Is that a problem? No. Is it going to be more pricey? Yes. But the good news is the Edelbrock system is a DIY system. You can put it on over top, take a weekend off work, and install it. The price point for that is $5,600, which is a little bit more expensive than the RIPP supercharger system. But Edelbrock has been very open with their facts. They have been very straightforward and said, hey, look, our system can't handle more horsepower. I'll also leave a link to GM Authority that also breaks down the kit a little bit better than I do. I'm just here to kind of say, hey, don't believe everything you hear. There's a bunch of different information out there about these kits, and give you my personal opinion on what kit you would probably likely want to go with if you're just looking to be crazy and get the most horsepower you can underneath the hood. With that being said, the kit that I personally like and that I would love to go with is the Mallett kit. 361 horsepower at the rear wheel, 342 or 32. It's right along the same size in terms of torque as the Edelbrock system, I believe. So, but you pay an extra $130, you get an upgraded pulley system, and you're making nearly 400 horsepower at the rear wheel and 370, I think, or 360 foot-pounds of torque. That's incredible. That's just excellent. However, that is the most expensive kit that's out there right now, besides the twin turbocharged kit. The twin turbocharged kit I didn't talk about because it was given to me last minute. We haven't had very good weather here in Canada, so today was a good day to get out and kind of talk a little bit more about these sort of things. The twin turbocharged kit that I saw that was sent to me, I believe, is $7,200, so it's right in the same range as the Mallett system, but it's using 2 turbos instead of a supercharger, which obviously comes with the, turbos have to spool, and I just personally, I'd rather an over-the-top supercharger system. I step on the gas, the truck's gonna go. I don't have to worry about nothing else other than that. So Hopefully this video comes out a little bit more clear and concise than what it feels like. Like I said, I tried so hard to plan this out and find a location, and it's just been the weather's not been cooperating with me, and then I work, you know, personal life. So hopefully you guys understand the differences in the system. If not, please leave a comment. I will explain it. I do have a couple other videos coming out. I want to talk about the tactical effectiveness of a bull bar. That should be a funny video. It's going to be kind of hilarious. Going to do lots of little stupid shit. I'm also going to hopefully get a walk around of the truck at some point soon. So stay tuned, and hopefully you guys like and subscribe. Talk to you later.